of being careful because like even at the bigger gym, a lot of people know me in my hometown,
Yeah.
but at that bigger gym, a lot of people don't know me, you know what I mean, and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And then
Mhm.
like it's kind of funny because like I threw it out there just to throw it out there,
Mhm.
not joking, but then again, I didn't look at it from that perspective.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Yo, man, what's up?" You know, then even shooting a shot, and then I was like, "Hey, yeah, just follow me, Games by the Gram. You know, hit me up. You can find me.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Find me." And sure enough, man, in the DMs, just like asking about
Wow.
workout plans and then asking about a
Mhm.
lot of other, you know what I mean,
Mhm.
BS. And then the conversation was steadily going south away from fitness. And it was
Mm.
like, oh damn, these
Yeah.
motherfuckers they trying to get me on a personal level, and I wasn't
Mhm.
vibing like that. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? So
Mhm.
we got to be careful too. You know what I mean? Like
Facts.
when you're talking to people, you know what I mean, in general and stuff like that.
Mm.
Because yeah, after when I did that, I was like, man, I'm going and man, I went on all my socials and make sure that I didn't have no personal
Personal
information.
stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like my email,
Mhm.
because a long time ago we used to get on the internet. Man, some people still put their address where they
Yep.
could find, yeah, and stuff
Yep.
like that. And then
That's so
I was like,
dangerous.
Yeah.
yeah, I was like, you know what, man, let me
Mhm.
go in my socials because I've created that Instagram account, my TikTok account, and this account from so long
Facts.
ago. I was like, man, did I
Yeah.
fill that out?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and sure enough, you know what I mean? I
Mm.
didn't have any of my personal information. Yeah, so
Mm.
yeah, gotta be careful with stuff
Gotta
like
be
that. Yeah.
careful,
And
man.
then, like a couple months later, I had found out that old boy was married, and I'm just
Oh
like, so
wow.
what?
Yeah.
So why
Yeah.
would you like approach me at a gas station at 4 a.m. and then
Mm.
ask me if I'm married or have a boyfriend or whatever when you're married? Like that doesn't not make
Wow.
sense at all.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you just
Yeah.
gotta be. I
Yeah.
mean, it's
Yeah.
okay to message somebody if you, but just do it at appropriate time.
Yeah.
Like if
Mm-hmm.
you met, like if you see me at a gym, come up to me at the gym. Don't come up
Mm.
to me at a gas station at 4 a.m. Like don't come up to me at the store. Then it's like weird.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right. You're right. So setting matters for y'all. Y'all would
Yeah,
rather, yeah, you'd rather have, you know, the gym be where someone approaches you because again, if you're seeing me here, then hey, why not say
yeah,
something
like
there rather than poking
rather
around?
than
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
And then it could go south ways too. Like I even thought about that. Like, I like, cause see, in my hometown,
Mm.
I'm like, we're known for the big seafood place, a spot, love to eat it. And what do we always do
Yeah.
when we're on social media? We drop where we're at. Oh,
Yep. Drop where we at.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
eating and take a picture of the food, and
Yep.
then you know what I mean. Over here, like the place where I'm from is a spot.
Mm-hmm.
Like eating my favorite po' boy at the spot, and then they
Mm.
following you on social media, be like,
Mm.
oh, you know what? I'm finna roll up on them. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Oh, I stopped doing that. I literally like
Yeah,
stopped doing
no,
that until I
yeah.
leave that place, and then I post it.
Like people, like if you don't know them like that, like yeah, I stopped like messing with certain people, like unless I get that vibe from you, you know what I mean? I don't want you following me.
Yeah, yeah. I'm glad y'all said this. This even happened to me with a dude. Again, I'm not gay, but I guess he was, and he had hit
Really?
me. What you said?
I said, really?
He's so silly. But no, like he had hit me up. Well, actually, I was just trying to get him in the group. I was at least trying to let him know that I had a group. I had a fitness group. I was like, hey man, you should join the community. I got a free one. I got a membership one, whatever one you want to join. But I would love to have you in my community. I love getting people in my groups so that they can meet other people like y'all. But I then was trying to get him in there, and just immediately he just like started, coming off with like, hey, here's my number. He kind of shot his number at me first. I was like, hey, no, I'm just trying to get you in the group, bro. Like, I don't want your number. And then next thing you know, he's like, hey, if you want anything, I'll send you anything. You want pictures, you want anything like that, just and then
I would have asked for like $2,000.
yeah, you
You said
said
anything?
you say nah, because then he definitely would have probably pulled up. He probably would have definitely pulled up. Hey, look, I gave you 2,000. Now you definitely got to give me something. Look, nah, I ain't giving you nothing.
Yeah,
Yeah, nah.
yeah.
But a two piece and a biscuit. That's what he gonna get. But But yeah, man, he started to hit on me real strong, and then I had to like block him and something. But then somehow he was able to get through the block and message me again. So I don't know how that happened, but yeah, you're right. When Art, you just mentioned and maybe you too, when you mentioned the dropping your location, or when you mentioned your address and the things you post online, your social media is in some sense a part of who you are. So it's a sensitive thing when someone hits you up or when someone tries to slide into your DMs. That's a sensitive thing because it becomes a matter in which their intentions can be either good or bad. But if it's bad, it can go real south real fast because now you have everything that you do on there, especially if you own a business. Your
Yeah.
personal trainer, they now know your clients. They can see, in some sense, follow you can track people's comments. I didn't even know that. You can see who they're commenting underneath. Oh, okay, you talking to this person. Okay, so Art knows or May knows. So, it's just weird when someone sees you in person at a certain place like a gym, but they only want to hit you up online. They only want to hit you up somewhere else. 4 a.m. in the morning at a gas station. Absolutely. I agree.
It's like
I agree.
booty call
Yeah,
time, isn't it?
and at that big gym I go to, one of these guys see my TikTok videos, and it
Mm.
was crazy because he's like, "Hey, that's old boy," and I was like, "Man, hold on, bro, who you pointing at?" You know what I mean? Yeah, and I'm like, "Where's old boy?" I'm looking behind me and stuff like that too. Yeah, and then dude, he actually came up and he was like, "Hey, check this out, your game's by the gram," and then he actually showed me my
Oh,
videos. Yeah,
snap.
I
yeah,
had a
dude.
lady who did that to me too. So
Yeah,
it's like you gotta watch
it
what
was
you post
weird,
on
you know
here.
what I mean? It was weird, but it was just like he's like, "Hey, bro, what's up with them RDLs?" I said, "Put them in your routine." You know what I mean? But it was a good way though.
It was a good way. It was a good way.
That
Right,
was
right,
a
right, right,
good
right. That's a good,
situation
yeah.
way. You know what I mean? Because it was kind of crazy because like the way it went down, like, "Hey, that's old boy, man, that's Gabe by the gram." And then I was like, yeah.
Mm.
And then that's when he hit me up with a question. I was like, "Yeah, man, put them in your routine." You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
that was it. You know what I mean? And an
Yeah.
awesome fist bump, and then
Yeah.
we went on about our
On my
way.
way. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's pretty cool. It has its ups and its
Ups and
downs. You know what I
downs.
mean?
Hmm.
Unfortunately, there is psycho people out there like that.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But we hopefully no one encounters them. You know what I mean?
Mm.
The stats are high, but luckily it
Mm.
doesn't happen often. Not to people who
Mm.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
so especially like for women, I bet you it's 10 times harder on women. You know what I mean? Because they
Yeah.
get them stalkers out there.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they just feed off of it.
Yeah. And even going back to outfits, Meme, being a Muslim, you have your culture, you have the attire that you wear. Again, I think it's very unique. I admire how bold you are to post your outfits and stuff. And she even be
Even though I
matching.
do that,
Yeah,
it's still a problem to be honest. Because like,
exactly. That's what I was
remember
gonna say.
how I told you on Monday I had a whole full breakdown, and I
Yeah,
was thinking about like canceling, not posting anymore
yeah,
because people keep commenting on my figure
yeah.
and stuff, and it was like kind of getting annoying. Like,
Mm-hmm.
so it's
Mm-hmm.
just be careful
Yeah.
what you post.
Be careful what you post, man. Because like I said, she's covered head to toe. And she's still getting the same stuff that you're talking about, Art. It's still the same.
Yeah,
They still
I've,
hungry out there. Yeah.
yeah. Then unfortunately, the feedback on that, I could definitely understand where you're coming from. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
like, but don't let the negative comments ever kill. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I mean? Kill your vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, you
Mm-hmm.
know, there's always going to be them bad apples, no matter what. No matter what you do, there's always going to be them bad apples. And then out of them bad apples, there's always some great ones. You know what I mean? You see them
Mm-hmm.
inspiring words. Keep grinding, brother. Keep
Yeah.
grinding, sister.
Yeah.
Hey, you're killing it. You know what I mean? Hey,
Yeah.
you're doing wonderful. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then here comes this asshole. Oh, what's up with your uniform? Or oh, hey, you're doing that all wrong. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? It's like there's always going to be the trolls. There's always going to
Mm.
be people like that. And
Mm.
it's just a part of the game where you just have to take
Yeah.
it in and don't let it get to you. I did a live
Mm.
one time on TikTok, and it was very hard not to because the same guy kept on posting the same BS. And then, you know what I mean, to read it and
Respond. Yeah.
not read it and not respond. That's a big person. You know what I mean?
Mm.
It's really good, and it finds out where you are inside as a human. You know what I mean? You're above anything petty. You know.
The funny thing is, the people that are saying those negative comments, they don't even go to the gym. They don't even know what
Yeah,
the
and
gym is. Like,
yeah, and 9 times out of 10, you're right. It is somebody like that. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yep. That don't even go. That don't even participate.
right.
Don't even. Yeah. They just.
At least I'm trying, even though I'm doing it wrong. I'm trying. Like,
Yeah. Exactly. And they, you know, all you can really do is I pity those people, and I just, you know, pray for them and hope that they actually, you know, get off the couch. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, and like even when people like they bash like I'm in a group where they're giving this man a hard time. There was like the guy posted it wasn't the best looking, you know, greatest meal. My man had a sandwich, like a BS bologna sandwich. Wasn't even ham and turkey, but but anyways, he had a BS bullshit sandwich, and then he had a little thrown together salad right there, and then he had a cup of Greek yogurt, and then he said my post workout meal, and the hate that man was getting was just like so like wow. And then so you know me, I chimed in, I put in my 2 cents, and I was like, hey, we all don't know this man's story. This guy could be struggling right now. What if I was to say this guy used to get out of the gym and go hit fast food restaurants and then come down and sit down and that'll be his post workout meal? What happens if this guy was just eating like crap forever? This meal is like 10 times better than what he was eating before. So let's not judge him before what we don't know his story. You know what I mean? So don't quick to bash the man. This could be 100 times better than what he was doing before. And my man's in a calorie deficit. You know, it's like don't just because it's not rice with vegetables with salmon and you know little sweet red potatoes and you know it's not a high class dinner doesn't mean that it's not an effective dinner, you know, or post workout meal, you know. So it's like you
and then
gotta
instead of
sometimes
laughing at
sometimes
him,
you gotta then you gotta sometimes you just gotta get in there and check people, you know, stuff like that. And look at it from the different perspective, you know what I mean? And then
and then
it's
it's
come to find
also
out.
like,
Yeah, go ahead, man.
no, you can finish. My bad.
No, it was just like I was just gonna say that there's like 100 other comments right behind me and say facts 100%. You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? All encouraging words, you know. It's just just that's how it goes, you know.
That's how it goes.
Unfortunately that's just some bad apples out there who just love to put people down, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
And then like how Mehmet say, if you look at their profile pic, bro, do you even
they ain't even got one. They ain't even got a profile pic. Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's when you hit them with that, bro. Do you even lift?
I love it, man. Maybe what were you saying too?
Oh, I was just gonna say, instead of like laughing at him, they could have just helped them out, like guide them in the right direction. You know, it goes a long way.
A long way. A long way. I mean,
yeah, then a lot of people were bashing. I don't understand why rice and beans get bashed so hard. You know, they're like he's on a poor man because somebody threw some shade at me because I posted my dinner with rice and beans, and then I always eat rice and beans.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "Oh man!" And then it would look like I was eating some what we call pork carnitas and Mexican term.
Yeah.
But they're great though. They're like only 4.5 fat, and then it's pork. I love pork, but it's a healthy pork. It's like a pork loin chopped up in pieces. Anyways, they're like, "Oh man, he's eating that poor man's meal and stuff like that," and you know, rice and beans. And then I was like, bro, then that's when the nutrition guy came out of me. You know what I mean? It's like I had to hit him with facts. And then it's like, I eat rice and beans with my meal every time because why rice has protein, beans has protein. They're not complete protein because they're lacking essential amino acids in them. But what one lacks, the other one picks up. If you combine them together, it makes a complete protein. Mixed with my animal protein, which is a complete protein. My whole entire meal is anabolic. There's nothing. There's nothing. Yeah, you know what I mean. It's like I had to break down to get to the scientific facts on it. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like my
Mhm.
whole meal is like 80
Yeah.
grams of protein, and it's all complete.
Yeah.
It's like you can't get stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's crazy when you get even me. You know what I mean? I get hit a lot. You know, but I don't let
Mm-hmm.
it get to me unless
Mm-hmm.
they start. Let's just like how my rice and beans and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
man, you don't talk bad about my rice and beans. I'll come and
Yeah.
defend it. I'll defend them.
Exactly. Exactly. I love
Yeah.
this, man. This has been a dope discussion. I think everybody gave really good 2 cents in it. May, you caught us at the end, but you really came in strong too. With some of the things and the perspectives you shared about, your experiences, the 4 a.m. in the morning. I think that was a really big one.
Yeah.
That a lot of people didn't really hit on it and an experience like that. And I think that really ties into, the comfort that can come with, having a gym crush or if you like someone, hit them up at the gym or take that initiative. Don't just try to take it outside of the gym and thinking that that's going to be any better when in fact it seems like it's worse. So I think that everybody shared a really good perspective here today. I think that again, seeing the balance or seeing the limits or the lines that can be crossed when you have a gym crush, it's important. It's important to see that perspective. It's important to see those lines because you can cross lines that in a sense can a lot of times you can't come back from. Like May say, you may have to go to another gym because you didn't cross line or so you need to consider what it is that you doing when you question on somebody. But also at the same time, like Art who, position himself or Giselle or all the others that we heard, Marquita, in which you can position yourself to actually initiate. That's okay too. So man, we're gonna close it up. But again, this was a really good topic. How should you deal with your gym crush? Was the topic and the question of the day. May and Art, do y'all have any other questions or statements that you want to leave everyone with in regards to that topic?
I think we're done. Just don't get a jump crush, I guess.
You said wait, say it again.
I said just don't get a jump crush, I guess.
Just don't get a gym crush.
Yep.
Why not?
I don't know. What we just stated, everything we just stated.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to take the risk, go ahead.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
And if you do take the risk, let us know how it went.
I feel that. It's if you want to take the risk. It's a risk. It's a big risk, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, all right, I'm gonna have to go because I'm burning up the house.
You wait, say it again?
I said I gotta go out. I'm burning up the house.
Yeah, no, go ahead. Go ahead.
Go check on that food, girl.
Exactly. You better go ahead. Hey, we enjoyed you though, man.
All right. Thanks for having me.
Thank you and have a wonderful day. I hit you up.
You too. All right. Bye-bye.
All right. See you.
Alrighty.
Me,
I would say, shoot your shot wisely. You know what I mean? Like, get a game plan, just like anything else in life. Have a game plan before you go shoot your shot. And if it's not there, one and done. You know what I mean?
I love that. I love that, bro. I love that, man. Guys, you heard it. You heard it from your guy Art himself. Games of the gram. Games by the gram. Games by the gram. Games by the gram. My guy, man. Art, can you tell them where to follow you, man? Where can they follow you? Where can they hit you up if they want to collab with you?
On TikTok and on Instagram, you can follow me at Games by the Gram, and on Facebook, you can reach me at Art Castano.
Love it, man. Amazing guy. All of the speakers here, all of the guests here, were just absolutely amazing, phenomenal. Again, they all come on every week, most of them, and they only show out. All of you all give out perspectives that I think everybody can take from. And I do these calls, I do these topics to help people, our viewers who are listening, whether it's male or females, who may have that gym crush, but you don't know what to say. You don't know how to handle it. You don't know what to do. Sometimes you DM me, asking me questions on what to do or how to do it. But y'all heard it from my members themselves. What it is that they do and what it is that they recommend in regards to approaching, your crush. So it's okay to have a crush. It's just a matter in which how you do it and how you handle it. But with that said, man, guys, we want to thank you all for standing up to this moment. If you have listened this long in the conversation, if you want to join us on calls like this, you can join my public or my private group, which is a paid group. The public is free. And again, we have these conversations, these topics, these calls every week for the private, and I try to do every month for the public. But with that said, guys, as you all know, thank you. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment below if you have questions for me or the guests here tonight. And until next time, peace.
Let the gains be with you.
You already know. Love it, man. Peace, guys.